This is so fucking disgusting, dude. How fucking tilted would you be if you lost a game to this shit? Competitive deck, by the way? Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very unrefined right now. I'm pretty sure Counterfeit Copies is bad, but I'm still gonna try it. Like, my objective isn't to, like, start winning games immediately. My objective is to end up with the best version of the deck. And to do that, we have to experiment. I mean, keeping TF just seems a little too free here. This is a weird mulligan. Let's try this. Do a mill deck where you use Heroing to summon 6 Veteran Investigators? I don't think that's enough. I mean, I guess I'm just trading an Investigator for this, right? In a hand like this, I kind of have to. Yeah, I think so. It's kind of... It's always sad. We need to draw more smooth soloists, man. This deck is... You're forced into playing so vanilla if you don't have, like, the soloist hands. Two Zevi, maybe? No, Zevi's a good slot in this deck. It's definitely... I mean, I want 3 Zevis. It's fine to just discard them. Would Vi be good for stabilization? Not likely, no. Yeah, totally fine if we go to a symmetric pass here. I'm definitely the slower deck. Warning Shot should probably be a 3 of. There's a pretty good chance. Ratioing is not really sure exactly where it wants to be. Could see a lot of arguments. I'm actually pretty okay just going to like a gold card here, just to slow it down a bit. I could also just Mystic Shot this and then go into blue card. I mean, drawing is always better, right? Isn't drawing literally always better? I don't get the Yoink package, isn't it just troll? Yeah, I mean, we've cut down on it a bit. I mean, Black Market Merchant is probably too good of a card to not run, but I do think that cutting down on some copies of Pilfered or Yordle is probably good here. I wouldn't really think about it like a package, though, no. Because it's like, I mean, they're all different cards. I think it could look like 3 Merchant and 1 or 2 Pilfered goods. And if that's what you mean, then I agree with that. God, this is so strange. I mean, I guess I'm pool sharking here, right? It seems very likely that, I mean, he should be forced to do something about this TF here. Maybe he's got, like, second Wraith Car. Okay. Yeah, I'll cut Counterfeit copies after this game. Counterfeit's just a horrible card, which is not really surprising. There's not really any way to get value out of this here, right? There shouldn't be. I think we're literally just forced into doing this. I'll do it next turn. Counterfeit Merchant? I'd literally rather just discard Counterfeit. It has more value as discard fodder. Counterfeit stops you from milling yourself? Yeah, but you're never milling yourself in this deck. So are we about to go off? Not quite yet. Let's start by counterfeiting Veteran and playing Veteran. It's too early to play Zevi. Zevi's such a weird card. You actually get so screwed if you play her early sometimes. Deck definitely needs 3 warning shots. Like 1000% it needs 3 warning shots. I mean, we're just gonna red card here, right? So we've got our Veteran. Smooth Soloist comes out next turn. No warning shot. TF goes into red card. I mean, we have to open with Investigator now. Yeah, and once I take the counterfeit copies out of this deck, it actually becomes, like, able to stop trolling. It's actually such a completely useless card. Does it need 3 Zevi with that much draw? I think so, yeah. I mean, we're a cycle deck. Double drawing Zevi is fine, because we can just cycle out to something else, right? That's no problem. So, if I rummage right now, the blue card won't, like, it won't, like, kick the Mystic Shot out, will it? And this looks pretty good. Basically, the idea is pretty simple. Like, we are always going to kick the kick the counterfeit copies, and try to get the soloist Zevi combo. Soloist and Zevi are like, I don't know, it's gonna be a little unreliable to try to get them both. I don't know, sometimes you flip TF and you just win. It's kind of funny. Go for it, man. I mean, he's got a block. We're gonna fucking soloist if he doesn't. Wow. Wonder what his win condition is. We could lose to like harrowing. That's probably his biggest win condition, right? Plunger feels tasty, man. It feels tasty, man. Is just a fucking funny emote. Man, smooth soloist is so hard. Imagine running this deck without 3 warning shots, huh? I don't know how that happened. Let's go ahead and put more warning shots in this like a normal human being. So we start with Pool Shark here. Pool Shark for a blue card. We want a red card here. So we want our Mystic Shot. We want to red card off of Soloist. If I play Soloist, and it's my second unit of the turn, will the red card happen before the Plunder? I don't think it will. I think I whiff the Plunder and then it does red card, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So then, the next play... I mean, theoretically I should Urchin here. I guess I'll just kick Merchant. Oh. Yeah, I didn't need that Merchant anyway. I don't know, I need to figure out exactly how this deck wants to be built. No idea. And now we pass here and just bank full. We don't need gold card here. So we've got 2 fast speed cards. We've got Counterfeit plus Veteran. So we're going to go ahead and mill him here. So he opens with Hecarim. He wants to like drag the TF. His Hecarim is stunned? Wait, that was weird. Why did he just play a stunned card? Mystic Shotting face is kind of like a bit of a troll play. I guess I should like Mystic Shot a unit like a normal person. I guess I can Glimpse instead of Mystic Shot. Like an even more normal person. Wow, that's a really normal play. Yeah, this seems good. Soloist? Guys, as much as I love Soloist, I would really rather stun this guy's Hecarim, though, is the thing. Do we have to, like, draw more Twisted Fates? Maybe I shouldn't have shuffled Fleeting Investigators into my deck. This is like the 3rd time I've done this playing this deck, where I use Counterfeit copies on a fleeting card, and then I'm like... regretting it. You can't really use Counterfeit copies on a fleeting card. Something not great about it. Like, because the play is we're getting like the Soloist chain. If these Veteran Investigators weren't fleeting, I would just win the game here. Stop! Why? Come on, man. What the hell? Fuck, dude. We need more Counterfeit copies. But we can get Counterfeit copies off of Coral Creatures. It's genius. Oh my god, that's so smart. Open attacking here looks good. He will have Harrowing for sure with all the drawings for him. I mean, we are drawing him a few cards here. That's fine, though. I still can't 100% rule that out. That's the sad thing. So that's a Rekindler then, if he's sacrificing that one but not the other one? Would you do that with a Harrowing? Got a lot of cards in this hand. 17 card deck. He gets another one with Thresh next turn. Next turn? What next turn? Man, if only we could actually chain Zevi to this. If we had Zevi on the board, there would be no way he can win. God. We're still playing this deck wrong. Something the last few turns were really messed up. Like cloning the fleeting investigator. There were a few issues that happened here. Oh, that's a sick counter. I mean, we've got one action. He's got a pretty big attack with Hecarim, right? Yeah, it's a pretty big attack. It's fairly sizable. So we need one Urchin here. We don't need a lot of chump blockers, honestly. If we Zevi, we've got 3 chump blockers. Hecarim's pulling. 3 chump blockers is almost enough. I should have 4 to be safe, so I should play one of my Urchins now. Okay, this is the target for the second Urchin, so that's nice. Okay, perfect. He's pulling 2 sharks. Yeah, guys, his attack is really scary here. Like, his Hecarim is flipped. His Thresh is pulling, like, one of my cards. And, I mean, he's got a 6-wide attack on the second action. So we have to be pretty careful with this one. Double soloist, no balls. I wonder how funny double soloist is actually. So Zevi does have the ability to actually block something here, which is kind of nice. Unfortunately, it does lose to probably too many things. So this is just what we're taking, the 5 here. So we're safe against, like, I don't know. He doesn't have more reach than this, right? Like 5 is the safety range. This looks good. And blocking with Zevi is just a little too risky, I think. Atrocity? I guess some people run Atrocity in this list. That's true. Triple mark. This is actually such a weird spot to play. I think we open with Urchin on the soloist. Has to make the most sense. So now we've got the 2 veteran investigators. He's at 19 cards. Wait, we're gonna mill ourselves. Hang on. Okay, we need more counterfeit copies. Just nab his atrocity? Yeah, we could just nab his atrocity here. Okay, so now we're at 14 and he's at 19. So we could mill ourselves here. But we are going off. The pop is happening. We just need to hit counterfeit copies so we don't mill ourselves here. So here's more Zevis. So if we play this other Zevi, I mean, as long as we draw counterfeit copies, we will eventually win, right? So we've got 2 Zevis on board, 2 investigators in hand. We're gonna have infinite investigators here. We just need to draw... Is 1 counterfeit copies not enough here? You're gonna mill the copies? We might. Maybe pulling the second Zevi might have been really trolly, by the way. I might have just like mega trolled myself by playing the second Zevi. That might have been really terrible. The more I think about it, the more it was really terrible. So, Yordle Grifter, if we hit the Allegiance, we'll take one of his cards. He'll go to 15, we'll go to 11. If we draw 1 counterfeit copies, we're +4. And then if we hit the nab, we're +5. And then we tie. Replace the Zevi. So we're not replacing the Zevi yet. But when we get to the full hands, we'll replace the second Zevi. So Coral Creatures, each of these is going to get us 1 point in mana, plus the card. And each of these has a chance of getting us Rummage, You've Been Warned, Counterfeit copies. We'll play the Coral Creatures here. We have the infinite combo, though. So this one's a Mushroom, which is 5 damage because we're drawing him his entire deck. So we'll play the Mushroom here because we have infinite mana. If we literally just get more mushrooms, we will kill him. He will die. Okay. Doesn't change anything. So the jury rig is useless here. We actually need to play it to get it out of our hand early. Because it's 0 mana if we use it before we play the last creatures. Oh, my game crashed. No. Oh, wait, no. Please, get me back in. We crashed the game. Please. We were gonna win that. Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. Whew. Close one. So we got counterfeit copies off of the last scroll creatures. Whew. So now we counterfeit copies. We hit our veteran investigator. So now we've got 14 cards left in our deck. And now we play our other veteran. Gives us warning shot in this case. So that's 1 mushroom. And now we've got 3 warning shots. So he's gonna take all the rest of this damage. That puff cap is literally 1 mana decimate. It's 5 damage. It's better than decimate. He will take the full puff cap damage here. So now we can spam the warning shots out. So we triple warning shot the guy. We can play our other investigator here. So we draw the triple investigator again. So this is gonna draw him into the other puff caps. We have 12 cards. So when our hand start filling too much, then we'll override a Zevi with the veteran investigator at that point. And no earlier than that. When our hand is full, then we'll override the Zevi. But it's a little too soon now. So we veteran investigator the veteran investigator. So now we're pool sharking. He's of course not drawing cards. Pool shark. Is there a downside in pool sharking here? He only has 12 cards left in his deck. We need to get them out of our hand, right? Will it threaten to lose me the game if I overdraw next turn? No, there is no next turn. This game's ending this turn. So if we let the pool sharks activate, we'll actually lose because it'll draw us 3 cards. But it's not going to happen here. We're winning this turn. It's totally fine. So we'll play another investigator here. Draw 3 more investigators. So now he burns his card. We've got a 7-card hand. I think it's time to override the first Zevi. So we'll kill a Zevi now. We know our hands to not be too full. Thermo Beam actually feels really awkward here because we can't just get it out of our hands. Which is like, yeah, a little awkward. He's got 2 puff caps. The nab to be kidding. Okay, we'll just play more investigators here. Rummage is interesting. Doesn't do too much here. So we've got a 9-card hand. So veteran investigator is not overdrawing us here because it draws us up to the 10. But it forces us, it guarantees us to overdraw afterwards, right? Don't we have 1 more counterfeit copies left in our deck, I think? I think we're safe to rummage here. If we rummage right now, we draw up to the full 10 because we are down 3 plus 1. And now we can counterfeit our veteran investigators and counterfeit our veteran investigators. And now we've got 14 cards in deck and he's got 9, so we win. So we'll just play veteran investigators until he loses. Because we've got infinite veteran investigators now. We can use coral creatures to give us infinite mana, because every time we play these, it just gives us 1 mana. So we're never going to run out of mana as well. So now we can just keep veteran investigatoring until we win. There's 2 more. Juggle our mana resources, and he concedes. Okay, we're good. So yeah, that's the deck. Counterfeit copies is pretty funny in the deck, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this is like the infinite mill combo. It requires a little bit of setup. You can nab to mill him faster. This is so fucking disgusting, dude. How fucking tilted would you be if you lost a game to this shit? Jesus Christ. This is really, really funny, dude. Play it in ranked? Yeah, let's play it in ranked, dude.